what's up you guys? It's Mandy V. Today I have a huge announcement if you guys don't already know about this. I am going to a haunted hotel this weekend with BRITTY44 and Jessiivee and Kat. I'm really excited. I'm really nervous. I hope that I see something. I hope that I catch something on camera or speak to a ghost or something crazy. So for today's video, I wanted to just throw that out there, that big announcement, but I also wanted to give you guys kind of like a backstory of how this whole thing started. And also I did a lot of researching this week and this morning about that specific haunted hotel and what kinds of things have occurred there, and different articles and stories that people have posted online about their own experiences there. But first and foremost, I wanted to tell you guys about how this whole thing started and how my sister and I got involved initially. So if you haven't already watched my sister and I's collab on calling haunted hotels, go and look at that. I'll put the links in the description below on mine and hers, but the one where we call the specific hotel that we're going to this weekend is on Jessie's channel. We were calling haunted hotels and we stumbled across this one because we saw a lot of stuff online written about it being very haunted. It's called Inn at the Falls in Bracebridge, Muskoka. It's a very old Victorian house. There's a lot of history behind it, and I'll dive into that after this. We called and this sweet lady answered, and she was saying that the place is in fact haunted and there's a lot of things that have occurred there, and a lot of people have like complained about some things happening in their rooms or reported things happening to them. And I'll tell you what she told us, and then I'll tell you what I found online. So she told us that there are a few ghosts with names at this place, and initially when a lot of guests first walk in, they see a lady in a blue dress that greets them and welcomes them and brings them in to the hotel. And when they go up to the front desk, they ask where she went, where's the lady in the blue dress, where did she go? The receptionist is like, there is no lady here in a blue dress, but this is a common occurrence. People are constantly asking about it and asking where that lady went and where she came from. It's in fact a ghost. She also said that there's a ghost in the kitchen that resides in the kitchen and throws occasionally pots and pans, is a little rowdy, definitely makes himself known. There's a lady that walks around through the halls crying hysterically, goes from room to room, and a lot of people have left in the middle of the night due to constant door knocking and just a lot of like rumpus going on in the night, and they can't sleep, and it has nothing to do with anybody there. It's just the paranormal. A couple actually reported in room 105, I believe, which is the most haunted room, just so you know, and that is in fact the room that we did book, which help us. They stayed in that room, I think it was 105, and they reported 2 ghost children crawling into bed with them as they were sleeping. And if that's not creepy enough, I don't know what is. Yeah, it definitely is haunted, and there's a lot of things that go on there, and that she'd be happy to book with us. And at the time, we didn't know if that's what we wanted to do, so we didn't book with her at that time. We actually booked a couple weeks later when we contacted BRITTY44 and asked her if she wanted to come with us, and yes, she absolutely wants to come with us, and we're so excited to have. She's literally like, I can't even, like, I'm gonna try really hard not to fangirl because I love her so much, and I've always loved her videos, and I love her content, and she's gonna bring her spirit box, and I'm really excited about that. We're probably really truly gonna find something. I'm really excited to collab with them. I can't think of a better group to go with. We called the hotel back a couple weeks later, and somebody different picked up the phone. We didn't tell them about us wanting to be like ghost hunting. We didn't tell them about anything like that, but we did request to book the room 105. When we booked it, she said, you know, I'm required to tell you that There's a lot of paranormal activity that goes on in that room, just so you know. And Jess and I are like, oh my god, this is a real thing. Like, they didn't know we were going for that. It just goes to show that stuff happens. And it's not a matter of whether you believe it or not. Stuff happens and they have to tell you before you go. They have to warn you, which is like, just makes it so much more real. Let's dive into some of the research that I have done. The main inn was originally a Victorian private residence built by English stonemasons in the mid-1870s. It's actually crazy because on the actual website of the Inn at the Falls, when you go to About, there's an actual little paragraph that talks about it. I'll read it to you guys right now, but I think it's super cool that they included it on their website. It just makes it all that more real. So they wrote on their website, "The inn is a ghostly inn, home to numerous ghosts, 3 of whom are affectionately known as Charlie, Sarah, and Bob. They are friendly spirits and tend to keep mostly to themselves. Bob inhabits the kitchen area, Charlie the upstairs corridors, and Sarah can be heard rustling through the carriage room on occasion." So some of the things that I found upon researching is that a lot of people have reported getting poked, some people have been reported getting kicked, getting shoved, somebody felt a burning sensation as soon as they walked into room 105, and one of the co-workers there have reported candles being lit early in the morning, 5 a.m., 6 a.m., candles lit everywhere. One of the previous owners back in the day, he was a judge. He has been seen many times by many people walking around the inn, and he's always wearing different clothes but of his time. You can see him frequently. A lot of people who work there have seen him, a lot of people who go there see him, and he just walks around the entire place. Jackie Neven and her husband Jim were supposed owners back in the day, and Jackie died of cancer inside the house and has been spotted there many times. In fact, during the 80s, an office manager named Kathy ran into Jackie, the ghost, and this is what she had to say about it. "I had just reached the corridor when a woman suddenly appeared in the doorway. She was so vivid, I could describe everything she was wearing. A small woman with shoulder-length dark brown hair, would have been in her 40s. I just looked at her. Within seconds, she vanished into thin air." That would be so amazing if I actually saw it. I don't want to be alone when I see these things though. Like, that's my thing. Like, BRITTY44, she's like so brave. Like, she does all these things on her own, all these challenges by herself, but something like that is just so intense, and I don't think that I could handle it by myself, you know? Like, I don't know how I would react, honestly. I don't know. I wanted to tell you guys what I found on room 105 specifically, which is so creepy because we're staying there. I'm going to tell you guys what I found right now. In room 105 at the inn, an unknown woman is seen just before strange things begin to happen. A man staying at the Inn at the Falls in room 105 returned for the night. He walked into the room and found a woman sitting in the winged chair by the window. He apologized and quickly backed out, only to realize this was his room. Opened the door to find it empty. Super creepy. Somebody went in 2005 and reported this in room 105. "I saw a face in the middle of the TV screen, looked back and the screen was normal again. It was just a second, so fast my brain had to catch up. It was the face of a smiling woman in the middle of a dark screen." Ooh, that is really creepy. He literally saw the face of a smiling woman reflecting off of a big black TV. Something about that really creeps me out. Legend has it that guests in room 105 have reported waking up in the middle of the night looking up from their bed and seeing this woman walk from one side of the room to the other, crossing over to the window. When there, she will settle into her chair and eventually vanish. Yeah, I don't know how I would feel about being in my room in bed, waking up to seeing a woman walking back, like pacing back and forth. To be honest, that kind of reminds me of Insidious. That part where that man is like walking back and forth and like eventually at one point he goes, I'm so scared, but I'm really excited. Another thing that happens a lot is ashtrays for cigarettes have been reported seeing flying across rooms, floating in a room, knocked off of tables, just a lot of random stuff happening with ashtrays. The kitchen is one area in which there are reports of paranormal happenings. Bob, the spirit, has never been seen, but Bob has a fondness for hurling pots and pans across the kitchen, shoving irritable guests down the stairs, and generally making a fuss. I guess that kind of thing I don't really appreciate. Like, I don't really like, I don't think I'd want to be shoved, especially down a stairs, but like, or get anything thrown at me. I don't really like anything that's aggressive. I wouldn't mind like if they kept to themselves but show themselves to me, like I guess that would be fine, but I don't really want to be physically assaulted like by a ghost. I don't know, we'll see, I guess. I don't know. I keep hearing noises in my room and it's really freaking me out, especially when I'm talking about this stuff. So the last thing I found, I'll read it to you from an article that I found online, and I also found a few other things regarding this specific woman that they keep reporting that they see. A lot of people have seen her. There's a story regarding a woman who is said to haunt the corridors at the top of the staircase which leads to the upstairs room. For a short time in the 1930s, there was a family that lived in the house before it became an inn. The husband and father of the family had previously married. Near to the end of her pregnancy, his first wife fell down the stairs, and both mother and baby were killed in the fall. On one occasion, a guest from room 106 asked after the health of the pregnant woman who was also staying upstairs. Staff were confused as the guest was the only person staying on the second floor at the time. The guest insisted that they had heard a conversation between a man and a woman the night before on the matter of the woman's pregnancy. Similar accidents have been reported time and time again. A feminine weeping is often heard in these parts of the inn, accompanied by sounds of shoveling footsteps around the corridor near the top of the stairs. Ugh, I am so excited, but I'm so nervous at the same time. I'm really excited to collab with Jessiivee and BRITTY44, and I'm just so ready. I'm so amped. I'm so ready. I'm ready. I hope we catch something on camera. This is real stuff, you guys. Like, this is real stuff. Anyways, wish us luck. I think the next time you see me will be in my haunted hotel video, so stay tuned for that. I'm so excited. I hope you guys have a great St. Patty's Day, and I will see you next week for my haunted hotel video. I love you guys. If you like this video, click that thumbs up button. If you like me and my channel, hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell because I make new videos every week. And don't forget to follow me on my socials and follow me on Younow. The link is in the description. I'm started changing my schedule a little bit. I do usually do Mondays with Mandi on Younow, 7 or 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but I have been doing some wake up morning preparations throughout the week, like doing my makeup and my hair in the mornings, going live. And if you guys want to tune in for that, follow me on Twitter and Instagram so you can find out when I'm going live. And yeah, hopefully you'll see me again and I won't die at this hotel. Bye!